Hello again, Dinky Danny here. Today I'd like to show you the games that I picked up in the month of July 2010. I was out in Las Vegas for the first week of August, so I didn't get a chance to put this up, and then when I got back from my trip I was pretty busy. But I did figure I'll show you the games that I got in July, and then in the first week of September I'll show you the games that I picked up for August. And first of all in this video I'd like to thank a few people. The first one is DoginmyLense, or Holly. In my last video I showed that I got Dark Cloud 2 and she said she was interested in it. So we worked out a trade, and what she sent me is Kirby Canvas Curse. And I've been looking for this game for a while. One of my friends has always recommended it to me. And it worked out perfectly because it got in the day before my Vegas trip. So I was able to play a good bit of it on the airplane. So I really appreciate that, Holly. It's a pretty fun game. I really enjoyed it. And also, when I sent her package, I put a little stuffed Domo figure in there. And you know, she said since I put extra stuff in some of my packages, she wanted to send me out another game. So she went on my website and saw a game that I didn't have, and that game is Daxter on the PSP. And for the PSP, I hardly have any games, so I really appreciate you sending this over. I haven't had a chance to try it yet, but I'm looking forward to it. So thanks, DoginmyLense, for that. Next person I'd like to thank is Monte Carlo 10254. And this guy, I was talking to him, I think, in a Atari 777's stream, and I was talking to him about how, you know, I'm trying to find the security bits so that I can open up my Super Nintendo and Nintendo cartridges and systems. And he said he had a couple extras and he could just send them over to me. So he sent these 2 security bits. I've already been putting them to good use. I went through all my Nintendo collection. I have a couple games where you shake them and stuff will rattle, and it was really annoying. So I was able to open them up. I managed to clean out the inside of one of my Super Nintendos and stuff. So I really appreciate you sending me these. And I was so surprised when I got the package and what he added into the package and didn't even tell me about. The first thing is Sega CD and 32X Corpse Killer, and this thing is complete. It's in great shape, and I was just really surprised to see this. So you have the disc in the sleeve on the inside, and then it came with the box and the manual in there, and it's just in perfect shape. So I really appreciate you throwing that in there. And the other one is Night Trap. And I've been looking for this game complete, and I think I even mentioned in my last video that I had 2 copies of Night Trap that weren't complete, and it really bugged me. I wanted a complete version, and he just sent this over for free. So I really appreciate it. I'm still trying to find something to send you. I'm looking for something good, but I really appreciate Monte Carlo. Everybody check out all these people's channels. I'll put links down in the description. And the next person is Playalives. And he, I was talking to him, I mentioned in a couple videos ago that I got Saga Frontier. And I worked out a trade. He was interested in that, and also a Parasite Eve strategy guide. And what he traded me I've been looking for so long, and it's Parasite Eve 2. Now, for the Parasite Eve series, I absolutely love the first game. It's one of my favorite games of all time. And when I was young, I played that game, and then Parasite Eve 2 was going to come out, and I was so excited. And I finally got it, and I was really disappointed, because this game kind of took the turn of more of a Resident Evil style, and I didn't really want to pay a ton of money for it, but I really wanted to get it so I could have the complete series. And he managed to, I think he had doubles of these, so he sent it over to me. Really appreciate it. I'm glad that I have it now. I'm going to go back and see if it was actually a bad game, or if I was just disappointed because I liked the first one so much. But I'm real happy to get that game back. And also Time Stalkers on the Dreamcast. So I haven't tried this one out yet. It looks like a pretty decent game. I'm curious to see what it's like. So thanks a lot, Playalives. Everybody check out those channels. And also, someone who sent me something before is Brandon M198011. I did my review on the Mr. Backup Z64, and he said he had an extra zip drive, so I managed to hook that up to my computer. He sent it over to me, and it's really cool. I'm trying to figure out how to put all the files onto the zip disks and stuff like that. I'm going to try and get some more zip disks and mess around with that some more, but I really appreciate you sending that over. So now for the things that I actually picked up. And the first thing, I'll show you this stack. And I showed it in last month's video, the first part of this pickup. I went up to the flea market and I found a bunch of boxed Atari games. And I don't have too much space in my room right now, so I had to keep them folded. But what I managed to do is go back up and find that same guy. And I ended up getting a stack. This is like 40 Atari 2600 games, and they all are complete with the manuals. They're all in great shape. So I figure I'm probably going to leave them folded up and keep them in the good condition that they're in right now. The guy that was up there, the guy that was up there was actually the guy who sold me the Z64, and he said these are all from his own personal collection. He had them, pretty much got the Atari right when it came out, and he just kept the boxes in great shape. I don't know why he kept them folded up, but they're all in great shape, so I was really happy to get those. And I got 40 Atari games for $40. He gave me $1 a piece for complete Atari games. So I'm not going to go through each one of those. It's a huge stack. If you're interested, I'll put a link down in the description to my Atari 2600 collection. So I have about 80 or 90 games now, and it's nice because half the collection's boxed now. So really cool to find those. Next, I got, and I forgot I had this over here. Playalives also sent me this Shin Megami Tensei figure, and the name on here says Pazuzu, so I'm not exactly familiar with which game this came from, but really cool figure. Thanks for sending that over. He said he had an extra one. The next things I got at GameStop, and I was just curious about trying them out. They had a sale at GameStop, and they had a bunch of Xbox games, so I got these next 4 games for $10 total. So $2.50 a piece. I got Rainbow Six Vegas, Forza 2, Dark Sector, which I've been curious to try, but I figured since it's so cheap, it's probably not that great of a game, but I'd like to try it out. And the next one is Alone in the Dark. So $10 for those 4 is a pretty good deal. 2 other things that I got these at a Goodwill, and I just mentioned in my last video that I finally picked up a Commodore 64 disk drive. I'm hoping that it works, but I got 2 Commodore 64 games, and the first one is Batman the Caped Crusader, complete in the box, really nice shape, and the other one is Ghosts and Goblins. So I was really surprised to see these at Goodwill, and I got them for $2 a piece. So hopefully I can get that disk drive working and I can actually play them. The next thing I got was out in Vegas. I won a little bit of money on slots, so I decided to buy Dragon Quest IX, and I had fun playing this on the airplane home. I've only played about 2 to 3 hours so far, so I'm looking forward to getting into it. Everyone said it was a really great game, and I've never played a Dragon Quest game, so I'm going to try and go through that a little bit more. And the last 4 things I got out at the Classic Gaming Expo. And the first thing I just did a review on, and that's Zelda 2, The Shadow of Link. I really enjoyed this game. I wish it was complete, but check out my review of it two videos ago if you're curious about that. The next game that I got is an awesome homebrew, Halo 2600. In Gamester 81's video, he showed me playing a little bit of this. It's a pretty fun game. You see like Master Chief rocking around all pixelated, shooting enemies and stuff. And the other homebrew game that I got out there, when I saw the picture on the front, I just had to get it, and the game is called This Planet Sucks. I haven't tried this game out yet, and here's the manual. This manual sucks. So I'm real curious to see what this is like. Didn't really know too much about it, but I saw the picture on the front, and I got both those homebrew games for $20. So looking forward to trying that. And the last thing I got out there is a digital press collector's guide, and basically what this is, it has all kinds of prices for all the games for a bunch of systems. And it also has a lot of information about the games. And the main reason that I'm liking it is it has a section in here for like homebrew games and rumor mill and extra peripherals for the systems. So if you have something like a light gun for one of the systems, if you look it up in here, it'll tell you a little bit of information about it. And I'm really enjoying it because I can look up peripherals that I hadn't heard of and see if there's anything that I'm interested in buying. So it's a real good idea if you want to know the value of your games, or just looking for some information on some new stuff that you don't know about the consoles. So those are the games. Oh, 2 more that I got here, and I already mentioned these in an older video. I went to Goodwill and got really lucky and found Chrono Trigger for $3, and then also Donkey Kong Country 3. So Chrono Trigger I've been looking forward to finding for a long time. I managed to get the DS one. I was playing the DS version because I didn't want to pay the money for a Chrono Trigger one on the Super Nintendo. So I finally found it and can play it on the original system. So pretty happy about that. But those are the games that I picked up in the month of July. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll probably be putting up another one in about a week or 2 for the games that I picked up in August. So I'm Dinky Dana, and thanks for watching.